Hello, my darlings. Welcome to your June 2025 Color Cosmic Forecast. We are going to start today's message with taking a breath because I really feel we are working with the energy of Indigo for June. And as I was connecting with its message and the significance of this incredible, powerful, deep color, I really felt a level of expansion. And this level of expansion is uncomfortable. Okay, so it's like that whatever has been holding humanity down, like a caging. So it's like this is you're being set free. That's what this month is about. And that is what Indigo is about. Think of the indigo sky in the evening where you've got the beautiful moon shining and lighting the way, the stars. So this is the color that we are going to have accompany us for this month. Now, the indigo ray, let's just really take a breath here into this indigo ray. And breathing out whatever it is you want to let go of. We're going to breathe in the indigo ever so gently and breathing out anything that is not in alignment with your soul. Taking another breath in. Indigo is a great color as well to calm your whole system. Feel that calm, beautiful, breathing in that indigo ray and breathing out any fear, any limitation, any lack, any restriction. Lovely. And just feel yourself totally and completely relax as you are held in this beautiful indigo energy. As you hear the transmission of just the significance of this month and what is available to you. So, this indigo ray for June will move us into spiritual foundations and experiences. Now, what do I mean by that? It means maybe you know a lot about spiritual connection, about you being a divine soul, about energy, 5D, 8D, 12D. But the question is, are you living and implementing and embodying from that knowing, from that place? Because you can know all the things, right? And I think this is part of conditioning as well. Conditioned to learn the things, know the things, read the books. But none of that matters if you're not applying what you know to be true, what you're learning. So this indigo color is really going to have you return to your intuition. Now, your intuition will have you do the uncomfortable. Intuition does not ask you to do the easy thing. Intuition asks you to tap into the expansiveness of your soul, and it will ask you to live outside of your comfort zone. It will have you move out of this black and white living and move into this colorful, multidimensional, multifaceted way of doing and being. And this really is exciting. Also with the indigo, and you can see I'm wearing this indigo color with the gold. This indigo color, there's depth, there's great depth to this color. it's linked to divine connection. The thing too about this, about indigo, is it's intense. Okay, now, so you can have intense joy, intense blissfulness, but you can also have intense fear, intense lack, intense low, feeling blue, feeling down. So, and also if you're sensitive, then the intensity of your sensitivity is also going to be increased here. So what you'll be called to do is to manage those energies, whatever they are, that are coming in and coming up for you, okay? Now, what's really great as well is this is a month for you to receive support. So I think too, actually, in terms of conditioning. So the conditioning has been, particularly for women, be an independent woman, you're better off to do it alone, take charge. If you don't do it, nobody will do it. That actually is not helpful. That is not a helpful way to be thriving. So it's like, this is about support. This is about doing it together. This is about collaboration. This is about, thriving together, that nobody is left behind, nobody is left out. So if you can allow more supportive structures, more supportive people, more supportive habits, whatever is supporting you is going to really, really help you this month. And indigo, like breathing in that color, having that color around you, wearing those colors, eating those blueberries. So these are all the ways that you can have that color accompany you. Sit outside at night and look up at that indigo sky and really connect, because there's an awful lot going on in the unseen this month through the frequency of indigo. And it's, do you know what? It's all good. It's like, how good can you allow your life to become this month? What if this was your best month yet in any form? So what it's also going to do in terms of support, because also indigo, the indigo soul color personality, they love that piece of paper to prove that they can do it. Okay, so what does that mean? It means that you are going to be called to deal with your paperwork. Okay, because indigo likes law and order. So get your shit together. Get your paperwork sorted, get those bills sorted, even sort out your environment, become more organized. So this is what indigo is going to have you do. It'll actually be uncomfortable for you until you do what indigo wants you to do, because indigo always has its way, okay? Now, what's also really good about this month is that because we have indigo, it's renowned, this color is renowned for its calming effects, right? So you can actually do this month with more ease, like a sense of tranquility, safety, right? Feeling safe, like it's safe for you to be abundant. It's safe for you to have support. Like this safety in following your intuition actually will mean that you are safer, and it encourages you to make bolder, braver decisions, to take bigger action. It's like, I've been saying a lot around like with my clients and in my community about 10x is better than 2x. So what do I mean by that? I mean that you could be doing 10 things, but they are not going to move your needle forward. You'd be better off focusing on the two big things, the two things that you could be doing out of the 10 maybe, that will actually give you that quantum leap. And these are usually things that are uncomfortable, that puts you out there, that that really has you step in. So taking brave, bold action, do the 10x, don't do the 2x, because 10x is better than 2x, and it isn't doing more, it's doing less better. Okay, so this is what this is also going to do. Now, the other thing about Indigo, in terms of being safe, there's a bit of a paradox, okay? And while the feeling of safety is actually nice to have, and we've been conditioned to, play it safe, the pensionable job, your surroundings, like having those familiar surroundings, this state of safety in doing the familiar, that actually, I've heard even myself when I was leaving the bank, I was told, yeah, but what are you doing? You're well paid. There's great benefits. You have a pension. But actually, this nice, comfortable job on paper, actually, the truth is that was limiting my income. And also in terms of our, pensions, and I'm hearing that a lot from people, that actually the pensions they thought that they would have now that they're retired is actually not enough for them to live out the life that they wanted to retire with. So in fact, the safe option is capped. So if you want a limitless life, do not play it safe, okay? So it's doing bigger, going against the grain, and really getting out of your own way. And this is why I love entrepreneurship. It's like entrepreneurship. There are no limits to the amount of income that I can have, only that the ones that I put on. So I'm not being told what to do. I can be, do, and have whatever I want, my rules, my way. And so I'm the one that is in charge, in partnership with the divine. And when you come from that place, then of course you are going to break molds and live freely. So whatever that means for you. So this is what Indigo, the depth of Indigo, is going to bring in. That safety, like looking at, okay, where am I playing it safe? And actually, what are the bold decisions that I'm being called to make that will get me out of my own way? Because the Indigo is actually going to go deep, right? Now, when I was connecting in with this energy of Indigo for June, I really got the inner child. So there's actually, for some of you, not all of you, but for some of you watching this, you were being called to do deep inner child work. And part of this as well is like, we've got to grow up, right? We've, anything that's outside of us that we have given our power to is actually a sign that we've actually got to grow up and take charge. We are the masters. In fact, what's coming in here, we're going to say this now. So breathing in this Indigo energy, placing your left hand on your heart and saying with me. And as you're saying this with me, just imagine more of the depth of the supportive Indigo energy coming in for you. So it's like, I am the only master of my being, my energy, my life, and my light. I am free and I'm pure love. Do you feel that? Coming into your own body, into your own energy. It's like, my energy is my own. And know this, you have nothing to fear, because the divine never asks you to leave anything or do anything that is not for your highest good and highest purpose. Because the truth is that you are an abundant soul, right? That that you're naturally prosperous. It's actually natural to be thriving, to be prosperous, to be abundant. If you're not experiencing those in any area of your life, you're out of alignment, right? And what Indigo wants this month for you is to literally come out to play, like the fullness of your soul. Like, so what is holding you back? There is always something for all of us, okay? So what's holding you back? What if this month you were going to play, you were going to say, okay, this month I'm going to leave behind lack, struggle, hardships, any other limited identities, stories, ways of being. I am going to leave those to the side for the month of June. I'm going to place it into the hands of Indigo, and I'm going to literally play full out without those. If I didn't have any of that, what would I be doing instead? What would I be saying yes to? What would I be saying no to? Because every day you must make a choice, right? And the question is, will it be wise or will it be safe? And depending on what you choose, then you will have that, you'll have the safe option, or you'll have the higher, the wiser, the more expansive option. Because here's the truth. The divine idea for every human being on this planet is the law of plenty. There is a law of plenty, and this month you are being called to align with your divine right of the law of plenty. There is more than enough for everybody. You are an infinite soul of potential with infinite possibilities, and the pathway to that is your divine connection, and to fully know and embody the soul blueprint that you have. You've come into this world with everything inside in you. It's not outside of you, it's inside of you. And this inner, this frequency, this consciousness of you, this divinity of you is determining is showing up in the external. So this is a really, really important message that I really feel that I would love you to take on board and play with it, right? Because the thing is, there is nobody coming to save you. There's nobody coming to save me, right? Because you and I have this divine power in bucket loads. And this is what we are being called more and more in. To live from that place. So the question is, this month, and actually, let's say this month and for the rest of the year, okay? The question is, will you take the giant swing into faith? Or are you going to serve doubt and fear for this month and for the rest of the year? That's the question. So are you going to take the giant swing into faith, or are you going to serve doubt and fear? It's either or. And that is for you to answer and to kind of muse in with. And what would that look like? The other great thing is that to look at, like, what will support you through this intensity that we're feeling, okay? And one of the things that I can recommend is to work with the complementary color orange. So orange is uplifting. It brings in the positive. So if you're feeling a bit low, feeling a bit uncomfortable, feeling a bit intense, bring in the orange. Wear that color, breathe that color in, drink that lovely orange juice, the mangoes, and really have a crystal in that color. So have something like that that will lift you and bring in the harmony and the balance. So you're experiencing more of the positive aspects of the indigo energy rather than the shadow aspects of the indigo energy, right? Because this color, orange, it's warm, right? That warm embrace of the, think of that orange sunset. That I love those orange sunsets. It opens up my heart, and it's really a reassuring color to say, you've got this, my darling heart, right? And the divine has got you. And so when you know that, then you will really, really feel, yes, I can, I will, I am, I'm capable. There is also a fantastic kind of a mantra or an invocation that I love from Floris Scovel Shin. So you can also use that. And what it is this. And you can say this with me, repeat this after me actually. I call on the law of accumulation. My supply comes from God and now pours in and now pours in and piles up under grace. I'm going to say that one more time actually. My supply comes from God and now pours in and piles up under grace. How does that make you feel? So these are the kind of things, these anchors, I call them they're like kites. When you're going down or when you're moving out of alignment, you're pulling these in, going, into alignment. Right? Because this indigo color is a really supportive, strong. It's giving you also the strength, the perseverance, doing what it takes to have what your soul wants to be living. And you are in charge of that, okay? What's also great about this indigo color, by having this color around, breathing that color in, is that it's a great color to help you concentrate and focus your intentions on what you want, right? It's going to also have you maybe review and check, actually the things that I thought I want, actually, are they based on what society has expected or what we've been told of what happiness is? Or actually, are the things now that I really want different? And give it to yourself. The other thing about this color indigo is its richness, right? This dark hue of this indigo is really, it promotes clarity of thought, right? So being really clear in your thoughts and focusing on what tasks do you need to complete, and also actually opening up maybe to new perspectives. Maybe there's a new perspective that you were thinking, actually, what if I was to change my perspective on any challenge, or I call them opportunities, or any creative projects? Like, what would that look like? Right? So it's like, use this indigo to really have this kind of calming intuition. And that's actually something as well, how you'll know if you're working with your intuition or you're working with your ego. Even though you will be asked, like you're doing big things, subtly underneath there kind of is like a sense of calm, like that calm before the storm. Like you will feel through this trepidation of expansion, of bigness, of going, like, let's take those deep breaths. underneath that, there is actually a kind of sense of calmness. And that's another way of you knowing if you're following your intuition or are you following your ego. And the other thing is, what this is actually about as well, is that being in non-resistance, right? So if you can see, what am I resisting, right? Because the divine is asking more of you because you're capable of more, right? There's more to you than meets the eye. And so when you're in non-resistance, like with God's plan, with the divine, then you can really see the magic, the miracles that are actually coming in for you, the synchronicities, without you doing anything. They're actually coming into your field, right? So you're not being asked to wait anymore, right? You're being called to remember, to stop searching for the proof, right? To stop waiting for permission, for the time, for the right circumstances, because the thing is, it never will be. And also they're only external things. So you're giving again the external environment the power over what is, because the indigo energy doesn't play small. It doesn't play small. Okay. It's going to ask you and me and everybody else to go inward, not outward. It's going to have you access your blueprint that already resides and lives inside of you. And it's going to ask you to rise up unapologetically, to be soulfully beautiful and bold and powerful, and not give an F about what people think, because what people think, first of all, they don't understand you. What people think is based on their own belief system, and it's also none of your business. You're here to do something, to be your truest, vastest self, because nobody else can do what you can do. And this is why it's really important this month. It's like, if you've been waiting, this is the month. Let's just go, right? Because the energy, the depth, the divine connection, the spiritual intelligence, it is here. And it's asking us all, it will be asking all of us for this radical self responsibility and actually radical self-acceptance. All right. The other thing about this month is, because there's a lot, I'm like, oh, you're thinking, oh my God, there's more. There's a lot to unpack from the indigo energy for June, because what it's going to do is it's going to really reveal what's hidden. It did that already. So we had the blue last month. That already, the blue last month brought in truths. It did reveal some hidden stuff. Now, like, that was, let's say we were kind of, do you know what the image I'm getting? It's like that you're diving. And that when you go diving, you start diving, you're going deep into the water, you go a certain level, and then you've got to go deeper. And when you go deeper, this is where you find the treasures. This is where you see the beauty. This is where you see actually the life force. Because if you're actually looking at the sea here from the surface level, and even when you look down, you won't see what's deep down in the depths of the sea. You've got to get into the ocean and you've got to go down, and that's where you find the treasure. And this is the same for this month with indigo. It's going to ask you to literally go deep, right? To strip away the noise, right? And it's also going to show you where you've handed your power to logic, reason, lack, or to limitation. And then what you do with that is literally up to you. So if you've been telling yourself, I'll do it when I have more time, I'll do it when the kids go to university, or I'll go there when I have more money, I'll show up when I have the right team. None of that matters. Sorry, but none of that matters. What this is going to be saying to you this month is to ask yourself this. Why are you still waiting to live the life your soul is ready for? Why? You could actually journal on that. And so this also is, we're going to be called out, right? Because this is the energy of spiritual maturity. It's of becoming, like becoming the one who no longer needs validation or proof to move forward, right? Who really trusts in yourself. And it's also about seeing that the only real path that there is the one that starts inside. It's the one within. And I have seen, even with my clients, they've done all the things. They've had all the systems. They have done all the things, but they weren't getting the results. And it was only when we went in, when we did that deep inner work, things started to quantum leap, to shift. And so this is what Indigo is saying. It's like, you've come in, find yourself in here. So Indigo is saying, just stop outsourcing your power. Stop outsourcing your power to your partner, to the job, to the bank account, to the audience, to approval, whatever that is, because none of those are your true source. The divine is, okay? And your soul, it already knows, deep down. So what it's going to ask this month as well is silence. Just sit with yourself. Sit in silence. I'm listening here to the birds as I'm doing this video, and it's like, this is a reminder of like the magic of like sitting as well and being in gratitude and going, oh my God, whatever the narrative is out there, it's not true, because there's so much activity going on the inner planes. Like there's so much work going on around nature, and sometimes it's the unseen work that actually brings the greatest fruits down the line, right? So the shift really for this month is coming back to who you really are. Not the role you play, not the identity you've outgrown. What else? Not the role modeling that we've been given. The soul, you as a soul, are made of light, wisdom, unconditional love. This is who you are. And when you tune in with the energetics of you, which is light, which is energy, and you operate from that place, from that infinite, divine energy, pure joy, then you will feel a sense of ease, a sense of peace, a sense of purpose. And there's no more chasing, no more making things happen. This is really something, like this is a principle to live by. This is expression, like to express, to embody consciously every choice, every word, every intention. Right? So it's like, what if you were living now, and the power of the indigo is here to hold, because this energy is here for you to sit in, to hold you in, so that you can love without condition, to choose gratitude as your new normal. If you love your life right now, amplify it. If you don't, change something. Do something different. Ask for help. Let the indigo energy. Now, I'm saying let the indigo energy. I'm not saying that you're to do this. I want you to work with the energetics here. Let the indigo energy strip away what's not true. Because you have nothing to fear and everything to gain. Because what's going to unfold is you are going to be illuminated. You are going to start being like lit up. And this is going, it's like an unlocking inside. And this is where you rise within you. So, there is a higher path for you. But you can't walk it in the old frequency. This month actually is a simple choice. And I think actually, that's another thing about this month actually. It's to simplify. It doesn't have to be so complex. It's like, let it be easy. What if it was easier? Because what I know to be true deep down, and I'm sensing this for you, is that there is a higher path for you. Right? So knowing that, then there's nothing else to be worried about. The only thing you're being asked to do is to let go of the outgrown old frequency and step into conscious choice. And here's the choices. You can either grow or you can shrink. You can either expand or you can avoid. You can either be this vibrant soul or you can stay in your survival. So these are the choices, because what I'm here to say to you is you have everything inside in you to thrive. And the question is, will you live it? Will you embody it? Will you trust it fully? So, let's breathe that in. That you are going to live it. The limitless, the infinite. Be in alignment with the law of plenty. You are going to embody it. Do you feel that? And you are going to trust in you. And trust in the divine. The divine always has my highest good in mind. Everything is working out in divine and perfect order. And I'm really hearing, allow, allow, allow. Be. And it's really, really important to know you are supported 150%. And that you've got this and the divine has got you. So cross your hands over your knees to ground and anchor that in. And in fact, I'm just going to really ensure now that this indigo energy is fully anchored, fully embodied. And I'm bringing in a beautiful protective layer of the orange, the complementary color of indigo, of that beautiful orange energy. And I'm actually seeing like a fire around your field that's going to give you the courage, give you the energy, because these changes that are here this month, change takes energy. It requires energy, all right? So the orange energy, the orange fuel will actually help you do the thing. Lighten the load. Lift your spirits. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Wonderful. So thank you so much for watching this with me, for being on this journey. Share this with anyone that you feel would benefit. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel so you can get alerted when I post many videos to support you in thriving and claiming your divine right to thrive and do your big work in this world where we're co-creating a heaven on earth reality. Sending you so much love. Mwah!